Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I do give all honor and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bekah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, whom I've learned this wonders in truth. Salutations to the hope of the elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth. That's included the Akim as well as the Akwad. The hopefully elect men and the hopefully elect sisters who are listening and learning in silence, keeping the order to the best of their ability. All right, I'm Brother Kapasha coming to you once again with a brief lesson. Lord willing, it will be edifying. We'll go right into it. All right, this is Second Ezra, the 6th chapter. The 6th chapter. I'm going to start with the 18th verse, and I'm going to skip about. This is Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, the 18th verse, and it said, "Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth." And verse 19 reads, "And will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled." You see, our punishment is nearly over Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. The Lord is beginning to make inquisition to the unrighteous people, the head tribe, Amalek, you see, and all the heathen nations that have put us, that has trodden us down for so long now. But the Lord is beginning, but the Lord is coming, let me read this again in 2nd Ezra, 6 and 18. And it said, "Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh," you see, "and to visit them that dwell upon the earth." This visit that the Lord is making here is not a pleasant one to the heathen nations and to 2/3 of our people. You see, because they want America to continue on the way it's running. You see, they're thinking that America is going to be great again, like the 40s and the 50s. You see, but it's not going to get that way again. So and also too, Jim Crow law was really high for the the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians who are Israelites. You see, it wasn't great for us. You see, but so therefore we can, this is not our rest. This is a place of our punishment or our captivity. This is a place where we drew water, was service unto the heathen nations. You see, and it reads here. It says, and it said, "Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them." Let me get that word inquisition. See, that's you gotta get the meaning of words here. Let me get it for you real quick. See if I can get it quickly. Inquisition. Inquisition meaning. Just a moment. Hold on. My computer is acting right slow. Inquisition. From the did a Google search on it. It's meaning to a period of prolonged and intensive questioning or investigation You see, the Lord is making an investigation on Esau, Edom, and his kingdom and his rulership. You see, what else it says? It's an interrogation. You see, that's what inquisition. Esau, Edom. You know, America is being interrogated by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because the Lord is making, you know, a thorough, you know, questioning of what they've done. But they don't, you know, and it reads on. Let me go back to it again. All right, it reads, this is 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. And the 19th verse reads again from the top, and we'll begin to make inquisition of them. Who is them? You know, the wicked, the head tribe Esau, Edom, the heathen nations, and 2/3 of our people. You see? And it reads, and we'll begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly. You see, with their unrighteousness. You see, 2/3 of our people are unrighteous too. They like the wickedness. They like, you know, joining hand in hand with the enemy to continue to oppress our people for their little positions that they have, for their little, you know, monies that they get, or their benefits that they get from, you know, Esau, Edom, and the heathen nations. You see, we got some wicked people in Israel. And it reads here, and we began to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. You see, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. See, the affliction of Zion is nearly up, is fulfilled. You see, we're at the end of this thing now. That's why we, you know, you got the elect men out here telling the prophets to continue on, to keep doing the work. You know, put 10 toes down. You know, keep praying, keep repenting, keep the faith built up. Pray for, you know, pray that the Lord have mercy on you. All of these things we encourage our people. You know, the elect men do anyway, because, you know, bad times are happening. And one of them is going to be famine. And it reads here, let me jump down to 21. And the children of, no, not there. Let me jump down to, not there, but let me jump down to 22. Because these are bad times that are coming, Israel, such as famine. And here we have it right here in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. The 22nd verse reads, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. You see, because they're not going to be in the food. They're not going to be in the water. And then, you know, when the lights go out, you know, when they crash the dollar, that's going to be a sounding of a trumpet. And it's going to be and people are going to panic and get into a fear mode. And going to, you know, do the things that's coming up in this same chapter. Let me see. Let me go there. It reads on, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. You're not going to be invited in the fields harvesting, you know, the fruits, you know, the grains, you know, any type of, you know, nourishment. You see, the places are going to be unsown. You know, apples are going to be falling on the ground, you know, rotting, you know, because they're not going to be in the harvesters. You see, the places are going to be unsown, you know, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, because there won't be any trucks or trains or delivering freight, you know, or groceries to these supermarkets. You won't see any food lines, no Publix, no Costco trucks, no Walmarts and things of that nature. Going to these stores, stocking up the shelves like we normally see. You see, it's going to be bad times, Israel. And reads on, it says, and the trumpet shall give a sound which, when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. Because when they crash the dollar, you're going to run to the bank. You're not going to be able to get anything out of it. You see, that's the sound when there's a blackout. You see, and when the lights are switched back on, everything's going to be digital. These are the times that we're coming into. You see, inflation, hyperinflation is getting ready to take effect. You see, all right, and you've been warned first by the great men of GMS. Right on down to the affiliates. You see, all right, and it reads on. It says here, and the trumpet shall give a sound which, when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. Salakia, let me get this real quick. Let me get this. Yeah, babe, listen, I'm doing a lesson. I'll call you right back, okay?
Okay.
All right. Look. All right. Salakia for that. All right. It reads on. It says, verse 6, 2nd Ezra 6:24, which reads, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Because everything run by electricity now. A lot of things, most things do run by some type of electricity. You're not going to have any water, certainly not hot water, running water, because the pumps and everything is actually, you're not going to have lights. You're not going to be able to have cook on an electric stove, nor even gas. You're not even going to be able to use your gas, stove and things of that nature to some degree. All right, unless you got a portable one, because it all runs by electricity for the most part. All right, and it reads on. It says here, and the trumpet shall give a sound which, when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And that's the reason why, because they're gonna want, and they're gonna need the resources that they may think or see that their neighbor may have. You see? So therefore, people are going to be fighting, people are going to be robbing and looting and graping and doing all kinds of chaotic things out here. Because this famine, because of the famine, because of lack of resources. You see? All right, it reads on. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. And everybody's going to be afraid. It's going to be just like in, Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, starting with the 4th, the 5th, through the 7th verse. You see? It reads here, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. In a blackout, you're not going to have that running water, right? And it reads on, it says, whosoever remain from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. You see? And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed. You see? And turn into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. Nobody, the elect is going to be the ones that escape all of these perils. You see, and we're going to have those bodies of immortality, and the laws are going to be put in our hearts, and then therefore, we're never going off again, and no evil shall, will be put out. Their rulership, this wicked rulership that Esau has going on in this society, and his rulership won't be going on in our kingdom. You see, starting with Yahushua, King David, right on down. You see, so we got something to look forward to. You see, and it reads on. It says, let me go back to Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, the 27th verse reads, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. No more, hypocritical, lying, deceiving, trickery, low down, nonsensical people in rulership." You see, you're going to have righteous rulership. And it reads here, it says, 28 reads, "As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared." You see, and that's going into, Elder Alba Bibbins too, you see. But I just want to put something out there, Lord willing, it's edifying, because we got a righteous rulership coming up, Israel, and we have something to look forward to. We have to continue to keep 10 toes down, and, when this famine comes, the elect's going to be taken care of. We don't have anything to fear. Fear Yahweh Hashem Al Shai, of course. If you fear Yahweh Hashem Al Shai, you're good. All right, you're doing the work. You keeping the commandments to the best of your ability. You're being brotherly, showing brotherly love, helpful. You see, that's what the Lord loves. Being humble. Being meek. So, just keep doing the work. Just keep doing the work. That's the most important thing that we can do. For that penny that the Lord has given us. You see? So with that, I hope you are edified to some degree. Lord willing, you were. I'm going to end it right there. But before I end, I must give all honor and all praises to Yahweh B'Shem, Yahushai B'Shem, because Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom I've learned this 1% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth. Again, Shalom.